All right. Sorry, I kicked the cord out of my wall. I've always got so many excuses, don't I? Yeah, I know. This seriously happened. I kicked the freaking stupid plug out of the wall, and it turned off everything I had planned. Anyway, so welcome to recipe and review time. It is that Wednesday again where I go and I've been drinking a certain style from the beginning of the week going forward to Sunday. Then I start a new style, study it, and get familiar with all the styles I can possibly think of. Starting out with a lot of we got lawnmower guy going crazy over there. Couldn't have picked a better time to do this. Yeah, so I'm picking all the basic ones for now, trying to get a lot of the brown ale was your base one, pale IPA. I'll start getting into like saisons and actually I tried to put a recipe that was quite hard for the IPA. The New England was a little different for me, so but I'll get into like Belgians, and like we'll do tripels, quadrupels. We'll do like a bunch of like other ones that just might be a little harder to do or understand, or things we don't understand that I've never seen before, or whatever, whatever the case is. I want to jump into those kinds as well, but I want to get my base ones first. So the pale ale is a very basic beer. It's been around for a while, but it's got quite an interesting story. It's a top fermented beer with that uses mainly two-row malt for it's about 90% plus. You can add other things as well as a little wheat if you wanted to. You can use different kinds of two-row pails as well if you wanted to go off the beaten path. But the American pale ales mainly use 90% plus of the grist is two-row pale ale, a two-row pale malt. So here, we got some people here. I'm sorry, I just started talking away. Hey, Vanessa Thrash, how you doing? All right, welcome. Let me get my banners off. At least that one. So I'm just going over the pale, but American pale. I'm going to go over all the pales in a very short time if I can help it. It's quite. It got a little more robust than I thought in information. I didn't realize there was so many different subtypes of the pale in general. I mean, even the amber ale is one of them, which is crazy. Even the Scotch ale, the Scottish ale is derived from the pale. It's crazy how it all. Of course, if I'm wrong, this is just things I've been studying, so it's kind of interesting to kind of look it over. It's a top fermenting beer. It uses mostly two-row pale malts. The pale ale term first showed up around 1703 for beers made from malts dried with high carbon coke, which is not coke as in a gray, hard, porous fuel with a high carbon content and few purities. It is made by heating coal or oil in the absence of air. How did I know that so easily? Because I have some notes in front of me. But I try. I do my best. I do know a little bit more, though, than I did before I started studying this, so it is kind of interesting. Hey, cousin, Rod, miscellaneous. All right, welcome, guys. Welcome. So by 1803, no, we went a little too far here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over the history a little bit here of the pale ale. Right now, I'm gonna build an American pale ale I'm gonna do a recipe for that on Beersmith, excuse me. And then I'm going to show you a few different pale ales that I found and then review one of them at the end. So, okay. So based on how it was brewed or how brewers worked with different hop levels resulted in the range of different tastes and strengths within the pale family. By 1803, the expressions bitter and pale ale became the same meaning. Then mainly ended up considering them as pale ales rather than bitters. Although the customers would call them bitters back in England or whatever. I want a bitter. But the brewers call them pale ales. Through experimenting with different hop levels and techniques, several different types of the pale ale came about. You have the amber ale,
It's brewed with amber malt, sometimes crystal malt, to produce the amber color. In France, the term ambré is to signify the beer as a cold or warm fermented beer. You got the American Pale Ale, which is what we're going to do tonight. It's developed around 1980, used American hops. Cascade was the main one, usually around 5%. They used a cleaner yeast. They used two-row malt. The American hops make the pale ale different from the English or European pale ale. We got a Bière de Garde. Ranges of ABV look to be around 6.5%, 8.5%, somewhere in that range maybe. Correct me if I'm wrong, or so I said. A bit stronger pale ale. They traditionally are brewed in the Nord-Pas-de-Calais region of France. If I said that wrong, I don't know. Usually brewed by farmhouses in the winter and spring to avoid unpredictable problems with the yeast during summertime. They were matured or cellared for a period of time, once bottled, most sealed with a cork to be consumed later in the year. They are like the Saison style in a way. French hand movements. So we got the blonde ale. It's a very pale in color, common Europe and South Africa. That sounded dumb. They are common in Europe and South Africa, mainly in France, Belgium, the UK, and Brazil. They are clear, crisp, and dry with low to medium bitterness and aroma from hops and some sweetness from malt. Fruitiness from esters may be noticeable. The lighter body is from a higher carbonation. It might be noticed, they say, whatever the fuck I just said. Hop profile from spicy to citrus, and their 4 to 5% ABV is the range. Then you got the Burton Pale Ales, which use the gypsum, makes them a little more hard, watery tasting, this, that. It played a big role in this particular pale. At the end of the 19th century, they came around. Then you got the Cascadian Dark Ale that comes off the Pale Ale family. It's known as a black IPA, obviously. Yes, we know that, right? The American Black Ale was popularized by Vermont Pub and Brewery in early 1990s. Not pale colored, it's black or dark. It shares the bitter and the hoppy flavors of the IPA. They use roasted malts for the darker malty flavors. English bitter. We have a few more here. Hold on. First appeared in early 19th century as part of development of the pale ale. It is thought that customers differentiated this from the pale based on the hoppy bitterness levels. You have the session ordinary bitter, which is up to about 4.1%. The best or special bitters, which are between 4.2 and 4.7%. And strong bitters, which are at 4.8 or higher. You have the Scotch ale, first used as a strong ale, exported from Edinburgh in the 18th century. Americans called it the Scotch ale. Strong toffee, sweet flavors play a part in this style. Comes from the caramelizing of the malt from direct fire copper. They also call them whiskey ales in France for peat-smoked malt-flavored beers. It's distinct from Scotch ales, having a translucent amber, rather smoky rather than sweet. ABV ranges from 5.5 to 8% or so. That's just a rough guess. And then the last one, strong pale ale. Made mostly with pale malts. They have an alcohol strength starting at around 5%. They typically start at 7. They typically start though at 7 to 8 and can go up to 12%. That solves my argument. It wasn't an argument. I talked to Rod about that one. It was the Lagunitas, the 7.7 pale. I was like, holy crap. No, that's just a strong pale ale. That's basically what that is. So that answers that question right there. Made mostly with pale malts, has an alcohol strength starting at around 5%. Blah, blah, blah. I said that already. Brewery Hair of the Dog produced a 29% strong pale ale. Wow. Brewdog produced a 41% strong pale, which is even it's called the Cinque de Bismarck. It's stronger than even like a distilled freaking spirit. So that's quite interesting. So there we go. We're gonna do the pale.
Let me get to you guys. I got to make sure I'm taking care of y'all. What do you know? Good day. What's up, man? How you doing? Cheers, my friend. All right, Rod. Thanks for coming on in. Miscellaneous. Thank you. John Brooks. Cheers, man. Thrash. All right. Vanessa Kitty. All right. Looks good. Looks good. Thank you, guys. So we're gonna build a beer. We're gonna build this beer. I have some information on it. It's a very simple beer to build, really. The American is anyway. Let's see. So I'm just gonna kind of go through real quick what the American IPA they kind of look for in this beer. I have an IPA right now, which is just shy of a pale, I guess, right? Sort of. It just depends. What water should be so for the water, you want it to be low in carbonates or carbonates, have some available calcium, have low alkalinity, and some sulfates, but not too much will make the hop taste sharp or take on a sharp edge. With the yeast, note to that any clean, neutral American strain with high attenuation will work. A few of them are White Labs, California Ale, Y Yeast, American Ale, Fermentus, Safale, US05, Y Yeast 1272, American Ale 2, and there's some WLPO 60 American Blend that I spoke of, and you may be able to use White Labs WLP 002 English Ale or Y Yeast 1968 London ESB if temps are closer to 65 degrees when you pitch it, or in your area, in your conditions. Back. All right, Rod. Welcome back. Lone Star, cheers. All right, man. Fermentation temp should be restrained in the 65 to 70 degree range. Light fruitiness from the yeast is acceptable, but usually restrained. The malts, a majority of it uses two-row pale malt. Can use crisp Maris Otter or Belgian pale malt. German Vienna malt is acceptable in some versions. A note to that, mostly two-row is used, 90% plus. Small amount of wheat is accepted. Wheat, W-H-E-A-T, acceptable, under 3% to aid head retention. A note to that, the base should be around 90% of the grist. I said that. Remaining grains are for experimentation. You can use light crystal malts are recommended. This is information I got from BYO.com. It's an article they had. I just read through it and took some notes. Seemed like he knew what he was talking about, and it's the American Pale Ale Style Profile. If you wanted to look that up at BYO. I'll post the link in my description. So yeah, a little wheat, 3%. Yeah, for head retention. Probably use some carapils as well. Light crystal malt, not as much as English pale or the amber. You want to use a lighter amount. And that, what was the reason for that? Well, it says Belgian crystal malts such as Vienne work as well. Watch the overuse of crystal malts in this particular pale. They are designed to add dextrins and fermentables to the beer. Use very small doses of dark crystal malts due to flavor and color. Too much crystal malt will make it too sweet. So some other character malts to use could be Victory, Biscuit, and Special Roast. But it says to try to be simple. And I've always often heard that. Simplicity is the best way to go in a lot of beers. They get too complex. It's like, unless you're good with mixing them. So we see single infusion. So it's best done with a single infusion mash. I mean, I do a sparging method. I just fly sparge and kind of do. It's done. It's all I've really ever done, a single infusion. So I keep mashing temps at 148 to 52. This is the most important factor of overall Wait, hold on. This is a note that I wrote. This is the most important factor of overall profile of this beer is the hops. You should showcase them in the bitterness, flavor, and aroma. Fresh ingredients is a must, especially for later added hops. You should use fresh hops whenever possible, really. Citrusy and even floral and spicy is used. Mainly citrusy hops would be used in this preferred style. In the American Pale, that is. Hops to use or recommended, and American hops, that is. Cascade, Centennial, Columbus, Chinook, or what they call the sea hops. More modern choices would be Amarillo, Adnam, Simcoe, Glacier. Note to that, sometimes the noble style hops can be used, like Santiam, Crystal, Liberty, Sterling, especially in the flavor editions. I like Sterling a lot. That's very earthy. It's really like woody, earthy. Bittering hops are usually higher in alphas, so less vegetal matter is introduced to the boil. Dry hopping can be done if wanted. So that's all the notes I have for kind of a gist of what we're looking for when we build this recipe. Clean yeast, US-05. Do I have that one on here? I don't know if I mentioned that one. Yeah, the Fermentus Sapphale. That's the dry one, right? Beta carapils for mouthfeel. 2 rule for the base. Right on. Dash of 20, right? See, you know what you're doing, bro. Yeah, that's perfect, bro. That's perfect. That's a recipe. There you go. This definitely is, I mean, for someone that's never brewed before, they would look at it as any recipe as like, what the fuck? But no. No, that's a great selection of hops right there. So would you hop them? Would your schedule be a lot like the IPA, a little less though, or using more? How are you hopping that? Like a 60, 30, 20, 10, 5, something like that? Or is that too much? Yeah, those are great hops right there, man. All right, let's do this. Let's build this recipe. Oh, shit, almost took out my table. All right. Yeah. Yeah, when you start getting into like the technical, I never used to be technical when I brewed. I just brewed. You know, I got into all grain brewing and I started getting weird with mixing stuff. You know what I mean? Like, oh, let's mix this with this, but I never thought of like the technical stuff, like the water, like how you do certain things, how decoction. You know, I never really paid attention to that stuff. But now that I don't know, I'm getting a little bit of a understanding, I think, of it now. So I just got to do it. It's all trial and error and keeping up with it. You know, keep on brewing and learn it and learn and fail and learn and everything else and trial and error. You know. The Columbus, yeah, that's a high alpha. Let's get into this. All right, so let me get this bigger. Actually, how about I do this? No. What the fuck? Or we'll just do that. Okay. So let's add a recipe. Beer man, and then oh man, I haven't tried. I need to. I haven't brewed in a very long time. I know those hops though. I've used them before. I just can't remember anything really. I know I sound like a dope, but I need to. I guess that's why I got into building recipes again, so I could learn how things are made. I'm trying, and that's why I got into reviews too. Because I've been building the system, right, as I've said, and I haven't wanted to brew because I was so determined to get it built, and it just went on and on and on and on and on and on because I never had the money. So I ended up doing beer reviews. Little history of beer man here, just so I can be in the game. And then I was like, fuck it, dude. Recently, I'm like, I got Beersmith. Let's make some recipes. So, no, that sounds great, though. Hey, Bo, what's up, man? How you doing, man? All right. Yeah, I know. See, I've been messing around with the BU-GU ratio, little mathematical thing for balance. And every beer style has its own BU-GU number that you have to kind of keep it within that range. Even when you're using Beersmith, it doesn't totally balance it unless you actually calculate that. I'm sure you know that. I don't know. But it really does help with keeping the balance per style so you don't overboard it on your hops. Beersmith's really cool. It's a cheater, but it lets you see the ranges that you're in to be in that style. So it's really nice. At least while you're learning, you know? I think even people should use this that know what they're doing. You know, I think they should sit there and actually be precise. It's also good to have an understanding already and then kind of create based on that style or based on what you already know about how, you know, say you've made the American Pale Ale over and over and over and over and over again in the past. So you know how to make it by the top of your head. You know, you already know it. But now you have time and room to breathe with like being creative and adding this and adding that and doing this and doing that. So, hey, Juggalo, cheers, man. Okay, so we're going on 10 gallons, 72% efficiency. I'll just keep it there. We're gonna go to my 15 setting. So I want estimated pre-boil of 16.13 gallons of water, which will not fit in my tank. I would have to put some in my boiler and pump over. Oh, hell yeah. Keep those notes. For sure. Okay, and then so we have, I need to change this down here to, let's see, American Pale Ale. Refreshing and hoppy ale, yet with sufficient supporting malt to make the beer balanced and drinkable. The clean hop presence can reflect classic or modern American or New World hops, blah, 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 blah. Excuse me. I had some drink. Okay, so 60-minute boil time. It's set for an American Pale. Single infusion mash. I'm going to go to forced carb. Making sure I keep up with you guys. Sorry about that. So let's add our fermentables. Let's add our barley. Where's our 2-row at? It's 2-row. About 20 pounds. 20 pounds brought it up. Oh, that's for a 15-gallon. Hold on, I got to change that to 10. Brought it up to 5.2, which is actually good. I can bring that down so I can add some other stuff. Well, let's see. Brought that down to 4.9. Let's add a little wheat. What some hold on a second. I gotta find it. Caramel 10, caramel 20. You say 20? Is that what you said? Shit. Yeah, you said 20. Lee County, what's up, Lee? So we'll go with 22. Let's just add a pound for now to see where we're at. Uh, I'm trying to think right now. Sorry. Fuck, I couldn't think right now. Let's add some, I was thinking about something, dude. All right, we're gonna keep it at 5.4. That's 5.4. Let's go down on the pail real just a bit, or maybe go up. Keep the pail up. 19. We'll go. What's my SRM at? SRM's really low. I'm gonna add some a little like a pinch of. I'm just gonna like be crafty here. Let's do half pound of victory. That brought it up to a 5.8 on the color. SRM. 5.5 is decent. I can deal with the 5.5 American Pale. That looks good to me. I'm down. 1.056 is the original. Yeah, and this is in a 10-gallon. No. 72.3% efficiency, which is what we're at right now. We're gonna add our hops. Say Centennial. I try to get leaf if I can help it. I like leaves. I like the leaf. 1 point. Let's do. Probably more than that. I gotta look at the hop. I just want to see what we have. Very low. General Columbus Cascade. Cascade. 60 minutes. 30. Oh, palette leaf. Oops. To 41.3. Let me go somewhere real quick. Oh fuck, dude. What did I do that for? Columbus. Oh, Columbus has the 60, right? That's what you said. And hold on, I can bring that down. No, hold on, I gotta take that out. IBUs are really high though right now. Hold on, I gotta bring that down a lot. 43, 5.8, da-da-dee, 5.5%. All right, hold on. Let me see. I gotta go get that. The chart. I want to get the BUGU chart that I have. What the hell is it? American, there it is. 0.71. 0.71 is what we want to keep it at. So I go 4.3, 43 divided by 56. Hold on. Oh, wrong way. I did it wrong. I did it right the first time. 76 is at what we're at right now. Which, I mean, we could keep it there. It'd be a little bit over, but we'll fuck around with it a little bit. Let's see. I need more hops, dude. Wait a minute. What am I doing? Because I want it to go throughout the boil more. So let's do Amarillo. Let's do Amarillo. It's Amarillo. Okay. Similar to Cascade. We'll put that in at 20. No, not fucking 200. $20. Yeah. I'm just gonna throw in some hops. Well, I'm gonna work with the amounts and times and all that after. 60, 30, 20. And maybe a 5 of Cascade again. Or 10. Focusing on bitterness and aroma, everything. So it has to be all the way through the whole schedule. It has to have kind of like an IPA. Okay, where are we at right now? Let's see where we're at with the what was it? 43.1, 43.1 divided by 56.76. Wait. 40.7. Sorry, I'm fucking around. 38.3. 68. Like almost there, dude. Three up the fives. 20. 40.6. And 72. That's like right dead on like there, dude. Decrease the amount. 40.2. 71. That's almost there. Increase the amount. 39.7. 56. 70. Where we're supposed to be, where they say to be, 71. And that's 71 right there. So we're good right there. I'll keep it like that. So we got an ounce going at 60 minutes of Columbus, which is 14%. Generally, 14 alpha, 14% alpha, whatever the fucks. And then Cascade at 30, minutes, we're going to throw in 0.75 ounces. And then at 20 minutes, Amarillo will go in at 1 ounce. And then at 5 minutes, we'll put in a ½ ounce of Cascade again. It's got Carapils, Caramel 20, Crystal 20, 19. Let's see, hold on. Let me give you the pounds. Pounds of Crystal 20, pound of Carapils, 19 pounds of Pale Two-Row, 8 ounce, or ½ pound of Victory Malt. That was to get my color up a little bit. A little bit of biscuity, I guess, being thrown in there, yeah. Toastiness, just a pinch. It's a very low amount, though. Little low, 88.4% on the Pale Malt, Pale Two-Row, but that's okay. Close enough for a pregnancy, for sure. Yeah, the percentage. Yeah, I got the 5.5, and it's all within green. It is a lighter color, but it's within range, which would be kind of a dirty hay color, I imagine, is what it looks like here. So, you say to use that, and I've used the dry yeast before, and they work very well, actually. I've always used Y yeast. I like the Smack packs because they have that extra little nutrient pack in there. But you can always throw that in. A lot of times you don't even have to add that shit. But I never used to add it, to be honest. Yeast. So the American ale, I've always used the 1056 American. The Safel USO5 is really good. That is really good. Let's use that. We'll use the Safel. We'll use the SO5. We'll get 2 packages. The hell is it? Wait, did I miss it or something? The hell's like the proper name for it? Fermentus. I ain't no Fermentus. I was in the right place. God damn it. Yeah, let's go back here. Yeah, Wordlock or Irish Moss at 15 minutes, 10 minutes of the boil. I gotta find that USO5. SO5. USO5. There you are. God. Okay, here we go. All right, got that in there. And then miscellaneous stuff, miscellaneous magnets. We want some. I've always used Irish Moss. I definitely have used the Whirlflock tablet things. Looking for I. There it is. Yeah. Half teaspoon. We want probably more than that. We probably want a teaspoon since we're at 10 gallons. This is per 5 gallons, right? Yeah, I think it is. Or does it matter? Cheers, Tim's Brew. What's up, man? Cheers, man. That's the one I picked. Definitely. Sounds good to me, man. So that's a pretty simple recipe. I mean, really, you can I guess if you're not doing a Burton water one though, where you're hardening the water and stuff, so that's not necessary here. This is just a straight up hoppy beer, like it should be. You know, American pale ales are hoppy, light, easy to drink, crisp, and delightful. I always have liked them. They're fun beer to drink. But I mean, this about does it. So I think we're done. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate your help with this. That's great. So that's a lot of two-row in there. Wow, 19 pounds. Woo! It's a lot. Yeah, fly sparge are 6.78 gallons of water at 168 degrees Fahrenheit. Ugh, that tasted nasty. All right, time to close that out. So I get you don't have to be all like hardcore perfect like I was trying to be with the BUGU thing, but that it does get a little tricky sometimes. I mean, if you want to be a perfectionist about it, I guess. But all right, cool. So I got a beer here. Here, I'm gonna bring me up for a moment. And it's from Colorado, man. It's where Brian's from, man. It's by Left Hand. Look at that. Look at that. It is Colorful Colorado Pale Ale. 5.6%. 42 IBUs. Fuck that. Here, I'll bring it over here. Oh, yeah, I got to bring that up over here. Hold on. I get all confused with the laptop and the desktop. So, you probably had that, Brian. I don't know. But it is a 5.6, so it's close to I imagine this is basically an American Pale Ale. 5.6, 42 IBUs. I forgot how many IBUs I had on there, but fairly close to what we just built. They're part of the Independent Craft Brewers Association. Ain't that nice? Welcome to Colorful Colorado, a bold citrusy pale ale brewed with Rocky Mountain water for all your Centennial State adventures. And see, that sets them apart there with the water and everything. That's great water. A little swig of my other beer before it gets too warm. Cheers, Thrash, man. You have a good night, man. Cheers, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. So I'm going to do I always like their hands. I love the hand on their little tab. This is a beer Best by 326. So it is like just a little past that Best By date. Might be, I don't know, might be all right, I'm sure. Let's go ahead and open. Okay. So let's get. Now that looks stupid over there. I'm not gonna even show that, dude. It's all tilted. My camera's down. So I poured it out at about a finger and a quarter head or so. It came out as, yes, it did. Ooh, it's good. It's very turbid inside there. There's a lot of stuff moving about. Wow. Oh, it's so lemony citrus. Yeah, I mean, like smells like the inside fruit part of the lemon, like not the rind, just a real nice, sweet, lemony like smell. Oh, it's very nice. It's got a slight, like bready, smell to it as well. Just smells really balanced, real soft. Very fruity though. Wow. So it's got bubbles streaming up the side at medium, and then inside it's just like, and there's chunks of yeast and everything floating about in there. It's got a white, creamy, frothy head. I mean, really creamy and really frothy. Good head retention. It's holding very well. It's a nice honey-looking colored beer. It is opaque, but you can see the shadows through it. You can't. It's kind of hazy through with all the turbidness going on. But nice. It's a nice looking. It looks like the lacing's gonna start up once I drink it. Let's drink. That's a good beer. It's light. It's a light body. It's got a light fruity ester as well in the taste. It's actually quite snappy on the tongue, but smooths out rather quickly. If you clasp your tongue to your palate, you get this nice floral, lemon, citrusy, floral, and nice resinous hoppiness going on. It's really nice. A little breadiness off to the side on the sides of the tongue. Bitter finish, but not terrible. Not a terrible finish. Not a terrible bitterness is what I mean. It's very nice. It's acceptable. Like it goes down so smooth. It's so lovely. This is a very good beer. This is a very good pale. It has a lot of flavor to it, which makes me like it that much more. It is very good. I mean, it is thick inside, and it does have a lot of the fruity. I think the fruity flavors and stuff are coming off of the yeast floating around in there as well. So it does have kind of a fruity, like citrusy likeness. Lacing is starting up. It's really nice. It was served at a refrigerator temp. I mean, like 40 degrees, somewhere around there, 40, 45, whatever your refrigerator is. But a very good beer. Honestly, out of 5 hops, I would give this 5 hops. This is a really good. Is it up to par with what we just made and what we just read about with the history of the pale ale, American pale ale, and this, that? Not the history, but the characteristics. Well, would I buy this again? Yes, I would. Are the characteristics there? Well, the hops, aroma, flavor, and bitterness are very well rounded, which is what at least an American pale ale should be. I don't know why that got muted. Oh, anyway, it has a slight fruitiness if needs be, which is acceptable. It's got a nice head retention. Good color. The flavor was over decent. It was beautiful. Totally awesome. Yeah, it played the part of an American pale ale. Very nice. 5 hops right here, man. Oh, that was weird. My other computer just decided to go off on me. But that's okay. Well, sweet, man. That was fun. That was interesting. I had a good time. That was fun to be able to get Brian's input on this as well. It is a beer that is a basic beer. You know, it's a beer that most everyone's brewed if they brewed before. A lot of people do drink pale ales or light lagers, this, that, blondes, creams, this, that. I mean, I've brewed in the past when I was brewing a lot. You know, I was brewing the stouts, porters, American Ambers, the English IPAs, American IPAs, freaking all the IPAs I can think of that were out at the time. They didn't even have the New England IPA or the milkshake at the time. They didn't have the brew. They didn't have any of that when I stopped brewing. So browns, I brewed browns. I brewed a lot of stuff. I just never paid attention to the chemistry of it, of what needs to take place in order for certain things to taste according to the characteristics of that beer. And it's very, very intoxicating to read all this stuff. Like I love to sit down and just get mesmerized with like everything there is to know about how to make a certain type of beer. I can't wait to get into the barrel aging. I can't wait to buy my own little like 15-gallon, 20-gallon barrel and just do it myself at my house. That'd be fun as hell. But to get into these these nice big sweet stouts and these big stouts, these big fat imperial stouts or big barley wines or the bigger high malty, huge percentage. I mean, even these pales, the large, the imperial pales or not the imperial, what the fuck are they called? I forgot what they're called now. A strong pale. Even the strong pales though can get up to 12%, which is crazy. So that's just crazy. That 7.7 Lagunitas I had was really sweet. Really, really sweet. So, but it tasted good. They balanced it. And that's where balance comes in, you know. Balance is everything, in my opinion. Balance is everything. And that's why the BUGU, that's why I take that serious. I just do. You can get as creative as you want with these recipes, but it's also a very good idea to keep that balance. And as long as you can, you're getting your information from the right places, hopefully that BUGU number that they give you is correct. And you're getting what you thought to be the beer that you created. So keeping those efficiency rates up to par, making sure everything is in sync with that beer style, then you're gonna be good to go. You can go a little over, a little under on your ratios, on your balance mark, this, that. It's okay. You know, you want to be a little creative too. That's what makes all the beers that we've had come out in the past is just freaking creativity. So you can even have your specialty ales too, you know, like a specialty pale, I'm sure, and totally go off the hook with that. Add peppers in there, add chocolate, or add whatever the freaking crap you want. White chocolate or something like that to it. Who knows? I don't know. Just saying. But definitely love brewing. I can't wait to start doing it again. I keep saying that, I know, but I just can't wait, dude. I can't wait to finally get this thing up and running. So look at this. Here, hold on, I'll show you. Oh, shit. Okay. So like this right here, look at that mess. All those parts in there, dude. And there's so many more parts. Get out of here. Look at this. Down there. All my chemicals, cleaning stuff, cords, cables, pumps. Everything, man. Oh, that's all my mess. But yeah. We'll get there. I don't know what's going on here. There you go. Screw that, man. Goodbye, American Pale Ale. So I'm just gonna drink for a little bit and what the fuck? Drink this beer at least, you know. Drink my other beer, drink another one, chat with you guys. Let's close this. I don't need it on anymore. How's everyone doing, man? How you guys doing, man? Hell yeah. Just rapping about beer. I love beer. I love it. It's so good. No, I don't want to do that. So, how's everyone doing tonight, man? Fucking A. Mm-hmm. Damn. Mm-mm-mm. Fuck, dude. I need some fucking music. bleeder valve. This pump's badass. You take it apart, sanitary fittings. You loosen it, and you can turn it any way you want and tighten it wherever you need to. Take it apart. And it's by magnets inside there. This pops out. It's magnetic. Easy peasy. Clean it inside. So easy. It's so easy. Okay. Check these out, man. Damn it. What the hell? Okay, that's good. So I got these recently. These are badass right here. They're sanitary fitted or 1.5 inch TC temperature probes, electric temperature probes. Plug it in right there. It goes to your control panel. And they go into the wall of your keg. It's an 8-inch one, so it comes with these cords here. Plugs in there. Show you some things that I had to fix a little bit in order to work. So like these right here, I ended up getting a screw in one, little 1/2 inch, because it came with only a 1/2 inch male. So I went and found a female with the TCN, Farrell, or how you say it. You just screw it on with some tape. And this is my level gauge. Kind of cool, has metal casing. Sits on the outside of the keg. Lets you know how much you have in your volume. And a sparge arm. So this is a sparge arm, and it has the little holes. It sits that way down on it, and it clamps in. Then on the other end, you have a regular fitting that connects the tubing. Check this out. All right. Oh, didn't see that. Okay, so put that down there. All right, so plug it in. It's a little electric probe. Goes into the mash tun and into the hot liquor tank. Two of the same sizes. I have certain cords for certain distances. Hot liquor tank will be closer to the panel, so it has a shorter cord. Come on, fucker. The freaking crap is wrong. My computer froze. Hey, stupid phone. Oh my God. Jesus. Fucking stupid shit. Alright, man. It's not going in. I did the wrong one. Sorry. Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. All right, man. I gotta do another beer. So I got a lot of stuff here, don't I? Damn. I am. I'm building a carburetor, dude. So one that I wanted to show off actually is I do have. I've been going over the pail. Built that recipe earlier, but here's Sierra Nevada's pail. And then I got a $3.50 one by Ghost Fish Brewing Company. It's called Vanishing Point Pale Ale. It's a gluten-free beer. For those, I just had one of the bottle shop guys just pick whatever he wanted. I said, give me 3 pale ales, your choice, and he went and got me this. I'm not real happy with these, but for those that can't have gluten in their beer or anything like that, this is definitely choice. So freshness, 227, pretty fresh. They're out of Seattle, Washington, dedicated to a gluten-free brewery. It even gives you the nutritional facts on this. 21 total carbohydrates, 9 sugars, 200 calories from this beer. Damn. That's crazy. Let's open it. Looks like a pale. I hate that so much when it does that. Very malty looking. Down. So it looks like a pale ale, man. Looks like a India pale ale. Looks good. Looks delicious. It's made with Shit, what are they made with? Water, malted white proso millet, rice syrup, malted rest proso millet, malted brown rice, hops, and yeast. 100% gluten-free. So, got a weird soapy head, about a finger and a quarter. Soapy looking, off-white, creamy though. But soapy. Kind of a delicate looking head. Oh, it smells like candied orange. Kind of a weird candy on this. Candied orange with the floral. It smells like a beer, you know? It smells like a beer. I know we got one watching right now. Big Houston, what's up? It smells like a beer, but it's a gluten-free beer, so it's made with totally different ingredients. But it smells weird, like candied orange. Like those, I don't know what else this weird smell I'm smelling is. Weird. Anyway, we got lacing already. Whitehead, bubbly, hazy. It's a amber-colored beer. Slow to medium rising bubbles. Kind of thick looking and juicy. God dang. Let's taste this. It's very dry. Has tangerine flavors in it, but very dry beer. Kind of a weird sweet caramel. It's kind of like cardboardy, dry, paper-like, chalky around the tongue, very bitter, up on the palate in the back, on the finish. I don't really like the flavor of this. It's kind of hard to drink. G-Money, what's up, man? How are you? Cheers. How much sugar's in it? They said there's 9 grams. And it's a 5 point. What blows my mind is it's a 5.3%. That's going to turn to sugars after it goes through your body. So I don't really understand how that can be effective or work well with diabetic people. Diabetic people. I don't know. It's a light percentage of alcohol, but hey, Mama Soda, how you doing? Oh wow, man. Oh, that's great. That's good to see you. I'm just rambling. I built a recipe earlier and kind of showed off some parts for my system. Now I'm just drinking and chatting. Good vibes for sure. What's up, Sun City? How are you, bro? Nice, man. Nice, guys. Cheers. I need some music. A gluten-free beer, man, is not really up my alley, man. But if you had to have one, because you couldn't have beer, then it's not a bad choice. I will definitely give my love, your love to her. And my love. I gotta keep this one clean, man. I'm trying to. I got done with the system, but I'm building. I have 2 more items I have to buy, and then I'll be building my brewery. So, like the other part of it. But things are looking real good, though. I think we'll be able to get it pulled off within a little bit here. I hope. I don't mind it, but I I don't really prefer it. You know what I mean? Like if someone gave it to me and I was sitting at the table and they didn't tell me what it was, I'd probably drink it not thinking anything about it. But like citrusy raisins or something. I don't know. It's weird. I'm trying, Mama Soda. I know. I hope it's awesome. I hope it works in the long run. Shit. I have a control panel I've never tried or tested before, so we'll see how that works. It's all wired up, but have no idea how it's supposed to, if it's going to run. I got to go back to this warm, awesome beer. Oh, there's so much difference. So much difference. Yeah, I usually go for like an hour here, but I figured I'd stay on for a bit because there was no one around. So, but no one was live anyway, though. Like I didn't see anyone's live, at least in my community. Can you choose flavors? You can add things to it, like certain adjuncts, like extra things to your beers to make them flavored a certain way. You can even add fruit. You can add like anything really, and it all depends on when you add it within the process of brewing. So you're gonna get more flavors towards the end of your boil. You know, in secondary, if you throw fruit in your like fermentation time, like you let it ferment for like 4 to 5 days. And then a week after you secondary for another week. It gives it more time for the yeast to eat the sugars. So you throw in some more juice, like pineapple juice or other stuff like that, fruits, more hops, anything like that to add more flavors to it. You can add orange peels. You can add all kinds of stuff. But, oh, you like that? If you go to my About page, there's also a link on my header. It has like a little squirrely thing. But on my About page, you can hit that link up. That'd be awesome. Big Houston, man. Right on. Yeah, you like some of the malts will create caramel flavors, chocolate flavors, coffee flavors. And then the hops, they create like a fruit flavor or a citrus flavor. It just depends on where you grow it or where they're grown from or how you're brewing, what you put in at certain times. It's like cooking, you know? It's like anything. A chocolate one, like a chocolate porter would be really good, or a chocolate stout. With fruit and nuts, oh yeah, even some spice. I mean, lately I can't. I don't want to get into it, but I can't. I've been having some issues bowel wise, so I can't get too much hot stuff in my system right now. If you know where I'm going with that. I had too much vitamin C for about 2 months because I feared getting sick, and it ended up ripping my insides up. Holy crap! Too much acid. But yeah, that sounds good with fruit and nuts. I like that stuff. That gives you good farts. Nice fruity, nutty farts. If I could, I would. I don't have a still, though. I would use that moonshine for all my tinctures, for cannabis tinctures, everything, you know? Not even cannabis, like herbal tinctures, you know? That'd be cool to, I mean, I don't know if I would drink that, but you could like break that down, add water to it and create other kinds of hard liquors from that moonshine, right? A Kush one, they have beers where you can add terpenes, like the flavor, you know, the oils to the, like they probably add them towards the end of it, of the boil or in the secondary fermentation. And they actually have beers from Sweetwater Brewing Company, I believe, out of Georgia. You might be able to find them where you live. But yes, with Sweetwater, but they're terpenes, and they add them in, and it tastes and smells like whatever pot they put in it. But you don't get high off of it. It's just for flavor. So and I had one sent to me, and it wasn't that bad. When it warmed up is when I actually tasted the OG Kush in it. I was like, wow, as OG Kush, it was like a light lager. No, it was a wheat beer. It was a wheat beer. It was actually, it wasn't bad. I didn't particularly like it, but I liked the beer. It didn't bring the terpenes out enough. There's a couple others that actually that I want to try that are supposed to have more flavors from like pot. Some like there's a wheat one that, did I say wheat? I might have had like I want to say it was like a Pilsner or a Pale Ale or something. But there's a wheat one that has a really good flavor in it of cannabis. And then there's like I forgot the other one. Anyway, but it's just awesome. You can. And they add CBD too. They have a one called Two Flowers over here that has 5 milligrams of CBD in it. You don't feel it at all though. It's just cool that it's in it, you know. But it's more of a sales approach. Oh yeah, Big Houston, you'd be able to get some sweet water probably. I would think so. Yeah, that's sweet water. You won't, if you got tested for a drug test, it wouldn't, I don't think it would show up in your system. So that's the good thing about that. It's getting hot here, man. I mean, that's a good thing. I'm glad. It's so humid in here right now. Well, shoot, guys. I might cut it off. I really appreciate you guys being here. Here, let me shut this off. No, now it's mainly my recipe time. I do recipe, and that was fun. But I thank you guys. I thank you, Mama Soda, Big Houston, Sun City, man. Good to see you guys, man. G-Money, freak out, yeah, dude. G-Money, Sunfish, Tim's Brew, Thrash Metal, right on, guys. Thank you, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and hit it off, go offline here, but I mean, I'll probably I gotta eat some dinner with the wife and all that stuff. But you guys have a wonderful night, and God bless you. Cheers. Take care of yourself. Be safe, of course. Yes, definitely. Oh, I will for sure, Mama Soda. Thank you so much. You guys are sweethearts, man. Love you guys, man. Elbow cuffs and all. Your hours are crazy. Damn. Are you guys like, are you at home working, or what's the, I mean, like, what? I don't have a job anymore, so I'm kind of just at home. Things got messed up with my arm and all that, so I ended up quitting. And so I think you guys heard that already, but that's all right. Oh, totally. Yeah. No, you stay healthy too. Cheers. Much love. Have a good night, guys. Cheers.